Hey guys, I'm just going to share with you 3 tips on how to master your nutrition. It's a really complicated subject, but it doesn't have to be. So if you think about your nutrition in these 3 different ways, you're going to see some great results. So we're going to split it up into quality, quantity, and ratios. Now what do I mean by that? There's loads of different things. A lot of my clients come to me because they're confused around nutrition, and we want to try and make it a little simpler. So I think this is a really good strategy. So I'm going to start with quantity. What I mean by quantity is the amount of food you eat. How much you eat is going to determine the amount of calories you take on board, how much energy you bring into your body. Now if you're eating too much food, obviously you're going to have a little bit too much energy for your needs, and then you're going to store that as fat. So what we want to do, and the typical tactic that most people will employ, this is the first way they look to get on top of their nutrition, and that is to restrict calories, therefore restricting the quantity of food. And ultimately, if you do that right and you get the balance right, then you'll start seeing a difference in your scale weight. So the quantity in equals scale weight. You could use a journal, you can use low carb, you can use fasting. There's loads of different tactics to manipulate that. We use a particular tactic at Hounds of Health to get results. We get great results using some form of restriction, but there's more at play than we think, because you can eat really bad food and try and manipulate your calories in and see very bad results. So you can eat 1800 calories of poor quality food and you won't actually get the result you want. The other way of looking at your food is to manipulate the quality, and the quality of your food can be whether it's organic, whether or not it's whole food. You know, do you recognize it when you buy it? Does it look the same when it's cooked? You know, if it's industrialized, and chances are you don't even know what it was before it even turned up on your plate or in your kitchen. So we want to make sure we get our food in season. We want whole food that we've cooked ourselves preferably, and if we eat out, we want to make sure we got quality food. Quality does not mean how expensive something is, because we can buy some pretty poor quality food for quite a lot of money. The amount of money you may spend on a takeaway versus what you'd spend on cooking something yourself is going to be very different. So what we want to do is play with quality. And now what happens when we do that? Well, we see changes in your body fat. So let's have a look at, if we think about quality in terms of body fat. Okay, so if we want to drop our body fat percentage to a normal range, we can eat a little bit more food. But if it's high quality, then we're going to start seeing changes to our body in a different way. Okay, often if you manipulate quality right, you start seeing changes in the quantity, because you can't eat as much of high quality food. And then the third one is ratios. So what do I mean by ratios? Ratios determine how hungry you feel. You eat more protein, okay, then you may find that you're less hungry. If you eat more fat, you may find you're less hungry. You also may find that if you eat more carbs, you're less hungry. But for a lot of people, eat more carbs, they feel it drives hunger. What we want to do is try and manipulate those, and we do this at Hounds of Health in a way that's going to give us the best satiation, you know, reduction in hunger. Alongside that, we're going to find out what works for your body, and everyone's body is unique. How we find that is going to take a bit of trial and error. We do look at dropping carbohydrates. We look to increase the quality, and therefore we influence the quantity. So there's 3 different tactics you've got here: quantity, quality, ratios. Quantity affects your scale weight, quality affects your body fat percentage, it also influences muscle mass, okay? And then you've got ratios: protein, fat, carbohydrate, and how you play with them, whether you include more protein, more fat, more carbohydrates, is going to make a massive difference to how hungry you feel. So Hounds of Health, we play with that. We've got a couple of systems. I've got my 10-day challenge, which people routinely see around 2 kilos weight loss in 10 days. I've got people on the 28-day program where people lose anything up to 3 to 9 kilos, and we're manipulating all these 3 things. And we've got a system that will do it and guide you through the process and make it unique for you and get that result for you, not for someone else. It's not going to be a meal plan. Meal plans never work. We try meal plans, we do them for 3 or 4 days, sometimes we do them for 2 weeks, then what? We don't really have the information. Now some people do well on meal plans, don't get me wrong, it does happen. But longer term, we want to work out a better strategy. Then if we layer in on top of that behaviors, habits, we've got such a potent combination, we're going to see those long-term results. So why don't you just get in touch with us? We can take you through our nutrition program. We can give you as much guidance as you want, and that's the difference here. We're coaches. We coach you through the process. You know, if you get stuck, then there's someone to turn to. A lot of my clients, they make great progress. Then if they hit a plateau, that's where I'm here. I'm here and I'll take them through the whole process. I'll dig down into what's stopping them making that progress, and then we'll put in place strategy to get over that. So get in touch, we'll get you strong, we'll sort out your nutrition, and we'll make you feel happy and get that ideal body for you. Okay, take care.